excited. What I want to share with you guys is how to actually raise your levels of vibration, how to actually raise your levels of vibration. Let me go ahead and share my screen, and I'm going to talk to you more in detail on what exactly I mean by that, guys. What exactly I mean by that. So, how to raise your vibration. April 17th, there's going to be 4 things we're going to talk to you about very quickly to help you raise your vibration. And the very first thing that you're going to have to make sure that you do is to master your self-image. What I want you to do right now, you're at home, I want you to close your eyes and think about the person that you intend to become. On this call, you really have to think and identify, how much time do I really spend on thinking about the person that I intend to become? How much time do I really spend on thinking positive things about myself? Really beginning to master my self-image, how I perceive myself. Because what we all know on this call is how you see yourself is exactly how other people will see you. So you have to master that image. You have to feel really good about the image and the feeling of that person that you intend to become. And as you begin to feel good about that, you will begin to raise your levels of vibration. And as you're doing that, the second thing that you'll do is make it a point to become a person of increase. People follow people that know where they're going and that they feel can take them to where it is that they want to go. So you have to think about, what can I do? What kind of value can I bring to become a person of increase, to where when people get involved with me, when people connect with me, they're getting some sort of value on an everyday basis. And you have to identify that. What kind of value can I bring to the marketplace? If you want to win big in business, if you're really taking a look right now, everybody that's winning big, they're giving free game, they're giving free value. So you have to ask yourself, what kind of value am I giving out in order for people to perceive me as somebody of increase, in order for people to look at me and next to me, they see, man, this is somebody that I can actually get involved with them. I can get next to them and they can help me get what it is that I want. If this is making some sense to you, drop a 111 in the chat box for me below. Right, drop a 111 in the chat box for me below. You definitely want to get everybody that you know on this call right now. The third thing we're going to talk about is making it a point to eliminate toxic temptations. Right, and I added environment, eliminate toxic environment as well. So eliminating toxic temptations. What exactly does that look like? Everybody on this call has certain things that they probably do that isn't the most productive, right? And you're probably making it a point to maybe position yourself to stop doing that. And that it's not good for yourself. That it's not good for your productivity, but you still continue to do it anyway, whatever that thing is for you. For some people it's video games. I'm not going to go into different examples on today, but you have to identify those temptations and you have to say, look, my goals are more important, right? My goals are more important. I have to do what's required in order to eliminate those out of my life. And then you take it a step further. You have to identify your current environment. Is your environment serving you right now? Is your environment serving you right now? You have to do whatever it is you have to do in order to make your environment serve you. And the way that your environment is going to serve you right now in this quarantine is by making sure that you have the pictures up, making sure, right, that you have the signs up, right, making sure that you have your goals everywhere, right, for where it is that you're going. You want people to be able to come into your environment and to be able to come into your space and to see where it is that you're going, right? Not where you currently are right now. Because as you begin to have the signs up, to have the pictures up, to have your goals written down on an everyday basis, you'll begin to get excited about those goals, even speaking them out loud every single day as well, you'll begin to feel good. And then what does that do for you? That begins to raise your vibration, getting closer to your goal, because we have to remember those lines, right, that Mr. Bob Proctor talked about, right? Let me give you an example, right? Right, let me give you an example with the whiteboard, right? So you have to raise your level of vibration because your goal is right here, right? Your goal is right here, whatever that goal is for you on today. For some people on this call, that goal might be $10,000 a month, right? And you might be right here right now, right? And you might be right here right now. But as we're working on the things that we're talking about on this call, mastering our self-image, making it a point to feel good about ourselves, making it a point to look at ourselves in a positive light, making it a point to become, right, a person of increase, you begin, right, to move up this particular plane until you get to the goal, right? Until you get to the goal. Very, very simple. You develop the skills, you eliminate the toxic temptations, you put yourself in a place to where you're not in toxic environments anymore, right? Because when you're in a toxic environment, you're going to be looking like this. You're going to be in a sideways market, right? But what's going to happen is you're going to take action on everything that we talked about today. You're going to break out and you're going to get to that goal and get everything that you want. But you have to understand and identify first, where am I right now? Right? How am I vibrating right now? How do I feel right now? Right? I have to feel good, right? Regardless of what's going on in my outer world, I have to feel good. So do something when you get off of this call to make sure that you feel good, because you feeling good helps you get to what? Helps you get to your peak state, right? And operating from your peak state helps you get what it is that you want. And again, on this call, your goal may be 100,000 a month, right? Your goal may be 100,000 a month. I don't know, but there's a certain frequency that you have to get to for each goal, right? For each goal. And the key is to feel good. Here's the most important key though, right? Here's the last key that I'm gonna leave you guys with. And let me know that you're getting some value by dropping a fire emoji in the chat box below, right? Dropping a fire emoji in the chat box below. So here's the last key: constant space repetition of empowering information. Here's what you have to understand. I don't know how old you are on this call. I'm 28. Some people may be 21, some people may be 41, 51, 61. I really want you to think about the year that you really began to embody this positive all the time mindset. I want you to think about when you really began to embody the importance of paradigm shifts and the importance of having the right mindset and stuff like that. For a lot of people, it just happened for them this year, last year, right? I was speaking to some individuals and I told them, man, I've been in networking since 2000. 12 and really just got an understanding of the spiritual side in 2016, 2017. Meaning that a lot of people have went their entire life with a particular belief system, right? With a particular frame of mind. So in order to shift that and to raise your vibration to get, again, the goal that we talked about, whatever that goal that you define on this call, is going to come down to constant spaced repetition of empowering information. Guys, what are you listening to empower yourself, to pump yourself up, to make yourself feel good when somebody just tried to put you down, right? What you have to understand is you can't afford to listen to anybody right now, including yourself. So you have to identify an audio that speaks life into your situation. You have to identify a book that speaks life into your family's situation, and you have to devour that. You have to get to the point where you can actually spit that particular audio verbatim, right? That constant space repetition will get you in a place to where you now begin to believe, whatever the author was actually speaking into your life, right? Into your life, constant space repetition. What kind of affirmations are you listening to? A lot of people know, for me, like when I like to trade, I like to put on the Bob Proctor money affirmation. I'm so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. The audio is 8 hours long, right? Imagine how many times you're going to say that to yourself if you repeat alongside of the audio, right? Think about the constant space repetition. I can think about any night that I've ever done that London session, 100% profits, no losses. Right? That's not cap. That's real talk. Why? Because I'm putting it into my mind what it is that I want. Right? I'm putting it into my mind what it is that I want. I'm getting emotionally connected with it, and in turn, I'm getting the desire that I've put into my heart. Right? Into my heart. Very simple. I see somebody said, hey, listen, please get the names of the audios. Names of the audios, right, are going to be on your fast start checklist at the very bottom, right? There's about 5 audios on your fast start checklist you want to make sure that your group is aware of. And you want to identify, which one of those 5 audios is going to be what I'm going to be listening to on an everyday basis. In order to really begin to fortify my belief system. A lot of people on this call are listening to Conceive, Believe, and Achieve. And why are we having you listen to that? So you can actually get the mindset of a gentleman who is the #1 income earner in this concept right now. And you can get the mindset of where he was in the process and begin to adopt that same belief system with what? Constant space repetition. You listen to that every single day. You make it a point to ride out to that. Every single day, you make it a point to have that in your AirPods every single day. And then everything that's said, you now begin to believe it. You now begin to believe that the people that told you no, watch this, 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, you now begin to believe that those people, they just told the person who you were then no. You now begin to believe these things. Why? Because I'm hearing it all the time. Right? Constant space repetition. So you have to identify what's my hearing like and what's my seeing like. Every day I'm like seeing and hearing, seeing and hearing, seeing and hearing. What am I seeing? What am I hearing? What am I seeing? Right? What am I hearing? Because a lot of people are seeing and hearing what it is that they don't want, and they continue to get that every single time. So constant space repetition of an audio that makes you feel like, man, I can really begin to resonate with this. I can really feel that this can happen for my life. Right? I can really feel like this can actually happen for my life, guys. So super excited. Gave you guys some value on how you can actually make sure that your vibration is raised, right in second quarter of 2020 in order to get the desires of your heart. So action steps, right? Homework, getting off of this call, identify what is my go-to audio, what is my go-to information to begin to allow that paradigm to shift in my mind, so I can actually get my vibration to where it needs to be, so I can get the desires of my heart. King as I cut the check, signing out, super excited. Drop a fire emoji in the Telegram below. Hope you guys got some value. See you guys next week, same time, same place. Let's work.